Welcome to the QueendomNation show where all things are royal and loyal. I am your host, Queen Chariel. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Wednesday to everybody. I hope you had a great week. I hope you had a productive week. And I hope you had the most amazing weekend that anybody could ask for. So now that we're here in the Queendom, first of all, I want to talk about my week and my weekend. So everybody knows if you've been watching and paying attention to the show or listening to the show, I am an NC Pre-K teacher of 4-year-olds. And it has been an amazing week. You know, my kids are finally getting used to me. They're finally really getting used to the class. They're finally really getting used to how we do things. And it's becoming a little bit more of an easier process for me, not just for me, but for my assistant teacher and for my children in the classroom. Because I don't know if your teacher is listening, but you know it's really hard sometimes when you step into a classroom full of children that have no clue who you are. You don't know them, they don't know you. So it takes like this whole process of everybody getting used to each other before you can even really begin to become a productive and effective teacher. And so I'm glad that we are actually over our 5-week mark now in my classroom. So I think they give us like 6 weeks to actually get to really know the children before we actually really start throwing lessons and all of this stuff at them. But it has been such an amazing process getting to know these little ones and their families and just enjoying the whole ride with them and my assistant teacher because she's awesome as well, phenomenal with these kids. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But if you are a preschool teacher or you teach NC Pre-K, on my Facebook page, I post what I like to call the Pre-K Corner. And so if you go on my Facebook page, which is Chariel Dye, Charieldy, you will see different things that we do in our classroom, and I post it. And so I figured maybe once a week, I could post the things that we do to my fellow teachers so they can maybe either incorporate what they do or they can add to what I do, and we can just share, some ideas of different activities and lessons that we can teach these children. So I just wanted to put that again out there. Again, it's called the Pre-K Corner on my Facebook page, and it is Chariel Dye, Charieldy. So look that up. You'll be surprised, especially if you're a Pre-K teacher. Share some things with me because I be trying to find some things sometimes and I can't. So if you have some things and you're a teacher, Pre-K teacher, and you would love to share them with me, please share them with me. I would love to see some of your ideas as well. Okay. So now that leads me to number 2. If you've been listening to my show, everybody know I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan to the heart. So even when we win, even when we lose, y'all gonna hear me on here talking about it. So week 1, we beat the Giants 40-0, right? So Sunday, we played the New York Jets. And we beat them 30-10. It was a good game. It was kind of back and forth. Defense was playing, and like for a while, with really nobody really scoring, but we was getting them field goals like left and right. So I just wanted to say it was such a good game. I sat and watched it while I was doing my lesson plan for the week. Such a good game. I'm so proud of my Dallas Cowboys right now. I just hope we keep up the momentum for our next couple of games. But if you are a Dallas Cowboy fan and you do not know the schedule of the games, Sunday, September the 24th at 4:25 p.m., we'll be playing the Arizona Cardinals. And I think we're playing at Arizona, so we'll be playing in their hometown. And then Sunday, October the 1st at 4:25 p.m., we do have Dallas Cowboys versus the New England Patriots. So, that's going to be a really good game. I'm excited to see that. And I'm excited to play against Mr. Zeke because he is over there with the New England Patriots. We will be playing against one of our own former players. So that should be fun. And then Sunday, October the 8th at 8:20 p.m., we will be playing against the 49ers. So those are the next 3 weeks of games for the Dallas Cowboys if you are listening and you are a Dallas Cowboy fan. But for the NFC East right now, we do have the Cowboys sitting at 2-0. They do have the Eagles sitting at 2-0. They do have the Commanders sitting at 2-0, and we do have the Giants sitting at 1-1. And I'm gonna throw this out there because they do got Dallas sitting at the top of the list. So yeah, so that's what's going on in football. And like I said, if you're listening to my show, every week you're gonna hear me talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So like I said, whether we win, whether we lose, we're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. All right. So today, I just wanted to talk to you. Excuse me. I was thinking the other day, that sometimes, even through all my shows that I do, I try to talk about things that I feel like that people can relate to. Because, we all go through something on a daily basis, whether it's a big something, whether it's little something, whether it's positive something, whether it's negative something, we all go through something. And so I wanted to talk seriously this week about coping with this thing called life. Because sometimes life, boy, it can be something, and sometimes it can be good to us, sometimes it can be bad, sometimes it can be a little bit in between. But I just wanted to talk to you about this thing called life, and how to cope with it. Because like I said, sometimes life gets hard. Everybody goes through difficult times, believe it or not. Sometimes you on the up and up, and you think that's where you're going to stay, but that's not how this works all the time. So I just want to tell you, if you're able to handle the hard times, friends, it can really, really mean the difference in between you overcoming your obstacles and you drowning in them. Because sometimes we get so overwhelmed with life that, it just takes us down, and we drown in the things that we're going through instead of trying to find ways to overcome the obstacles that life is throwing at us. So I think in order to cope with life, you need to learn how to deal with the stress and the hardships of life. Okay, when they come at you, you need to find motivation and ways to be positive and to get support from a variety of people in your life. Because sometimes we let it beat us down, and we don't even realize a lot of times that we're doing that. So I'm just gonna give you some few tidbits of information of different ways that you can cope with this thing called life. Okay. Number one, you need to address your issues head on. Break your problems up into small steps to make them seem just a little bit less overwhelming. Sometimes we think it's okay to hide from our problems and pretend like they don't exist, right? But it is much better if we face them head on, if you can. I'm telling you. Because dealing with your problems, whether it's having a hard conversation or changing problematic behavior, it will serve you so much better in the long run, and it won't make your problems bigger. Because if you ignore the problems, that's when they become a bigger problem for you. And so we want to deal with them as they come and not ignore those problems. And the way you do that is you have to sometimes just do a little bit of work at a time. Don't be trying to take on this whole big old thing at once, because sometimes we can't do that. So what we have to do is we have to take a little bit and work on ourselves at a time. We have to build up our tolerance to the feelings brought on by working up your problems and addressing them. And sometimes you just have to address them gradually, not all at one time. So let's say, for instance, let's say perhaps you are unemployed and you need a job. Okay, don't expect to write your resume, get references, and then find the perfect job, friends. That's just not realistic. But sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you can. But if you're trying to do all that in 1 week, it may not go the way you want it to go. So don't put expectations on yourself that at that moment are kind of out of your reach. Put reasonable expectations on yourself, so that way you can make sure that they're achievable and that they are attainable. Okay, so you need to just focus on one piece at a time. Like, so if you're going to get this job, just focus on, I need a job. Focus on that first. Focus on your resume. Focus on your references. And then you go out and you find the job that you want. Okay, so that each milestone that you do, it's like a small victory. Okay, so writing your resume, that's a small victory. Yay, I wrote the resume. You know, getting the references, that's small victory number two. Okay, and then number three, you finally get the job. So that's the big victory. So you did the small victories in order to lead up to the big victory instead of just trying to do the big victory and it doesn't work in your favor. Okay, sometimes guys, we just have to take small steps, you know, just to get where we need to go. Okay, I need you to take a break, friends, because sometimes we be doing too much, and our body lets us know. I'm one of those people. I'm so guilty of that. Sometimes I be doing so much that I don't even realize that my body is telling me, "Ma'am, you need to sit down. Okay, you're doing too much." And we need to listen to our bodies, especially if you getting up in a little age. Because honey, if you don't listen to your body gonna make you listen to it. Okay. Stress can build up before you know it, guys, and then once it builds up on you, then you be ready to just explode. And sometimes when it comes out, oh my goodness, it comes out at the wrong time on the wrong people that we don't intend for our stress to come out on. So guys, get you some rest, take a break. It's okay to do that sometimes, you know. Take a little time to yourself every single day. I don't care if you don't take but 5 minutes to yourself, friends. Please find some time during the day to just say, I need to do me. My time, believe it or not, that I take to myself is when I go get my tub. I run me a bubble bath. I run me a little Palo Santo. I sit in there. I'm not even gonna lie. I put my computer in there and I watch TV in the tub. My friends, they often call me. They're like, "It's just bougie, you know." And if it's a good day, I'm gonna sit in the tub and hand me a glass of wine while I'm sitting in there with some candles. You know, and it's okay to go in there and relax in your tub. It's your tub. It's your time. I'm one person. I'm a firm believer in get my relax on in the tub because that's my safe place. That's my space for me to just have some time to myself during the day. Okay, and if you have kids, especially small babies, sometimes that might not be so easy. So you find ways that can help you take just a little bit of time out of your day to yourself. Okay. So even if you just say, I just got off work, you know, go outside, sit on your porch, close your eyes and just feel the wind in your face, you know. Just look at the sky and just breathe just for a few minutes. Just take a load off, okay? Do whatever gives you the ability to recharge your energy and the ability to bring you back in focus, friends, okay? This may be just a simple, you know, just calming down, taking a deep breath, you know, just slowing down your breathing. In my preschool class, we have a center that's called the Calm Down Center. And so when our kids are stressed and they're having a rough day, you know, the first thing I say is, do you want to go lay on the beanbag, you know, until you calm down and just pull yourself together? And believe it or not, they love that beanbag. They go in on that beanbag for about 5, 10 minutes and they calm down. And then once they calm down, they're ready to come back and tackle the whole day. Honey, if you have to go lay down on the beanbag, go lay down on the beanbag for just a few minutes and calm down, and so that you can come back and regain your strength and just start your day over, okay? You need to take care of yourself physically, friends, because if you don't take care of yourself physically, your body, like I just said a few minutes ago, is going to let you know. We have to get up and we have to get our body moving. Moving your body will help you improve your mood and your outlook on things, guys. Get up, okay? If you're having a bad day, eat a healthy lunch. You know, make yourself feel good about yourself and your body. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, you know, for the next day. If it's one of them days when you know, look, I'm tired, I'm stressed, don't be up to 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed early, get you a nice, good night's sleep so that you can wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and just ready to tackle the day. It's not hard. Sometimes it is for some people just to get into bed early, but sometimes just, you know, forget all that extra stuff that you got to do. Just go rest your body, okay? Excuse me. Your mood, and y'all excuse me, I do have allergies. It's allergy season, so if my voice sounds a little crazy, that's why. Your mood and your outlook can be heavily influenced by your physical well-being. So make your physical well-being a top priority for yourself, okay? Try to get at least 30 minutes of physical activity a week, at least 5 days a week. At least 30 minutes, 5 days a week, okay? This is going to help improve your overall health and your mental well-being. So I used to get up and I used to go walking at this park down the street and I would get my exercise in. So when I started working back at preschool, we have this big, huge playground. And so y'all know as preschool teachers, we have to be able to see the kids from every direction and angle on the playground. So what I do now is I walk the playground, and it's huge. And what I started noticing is when I start walking, the kids, they want to hang out with me. And so guess what they do? They join me, and now they have been walking with me around the playground. And so I'm getting exercise and spending time with them, and they are getting exercise as well, you know. And it truly works out in my favor. So I don't have to go to the park no more. Now I just go to work and I just get my exercise. Okay. When you exercise, friends, it improves your mood. It releases great chemicals in your brain. Okay, and it can give you such a well needed boost of confidence and self-esteem. Okay, it's also a great and healthy way to release tension and to release pent up energy in your body. Just go ahead and get that on out. Y'all know how we was when we was kids. We have all that stuff built up inside of us, and your mom be like, "Go outside." And when you go outside, you run that energy off, you get it out of you, and by the time you come back in, you take your bath, and then now your body is ready to relax. It's the same thing as an adult, friends. You have got to do the same thing to yourselves. Get out, get to moving, get some sun on you, get some exercise, get some energy, and then when you come back in, you will feel so much better. I'm telling you, so much better. You need to avoid destructive escapes, okay? And y'all know what I'm talking about, because a lot of us, we turn to different types of coping mechanisms to get where we need to go. Okay, so don't turn to drugs and alcohol, for your problems. Okay, these things, I'm telling you, it's gonna take away and numb the pain and what you're going through, but just a little bit, right? But in the end, they're going to cause you more problems than you're solving. Because if you're consuming a lot of alcohol, you're putting your body in jeopardy. If you're consuming a lot of drugs to cope, you're putting your body in jeopardy. When you come down off your drunk, or when you come down off your high, guess what? Your problems are still there. So drinking the pain away and taking drugs to get the pain away, it don't help you, okay? Because those problems are still going to be there when you sober up. And you'll be doing this phase all over again, keep repeating the same cycle, thinking that that's going to help you get through what you need to get through, but it's not, okay? It is important, friends, to please find other ways to deal with your stress and your problems, okay? Don't be drinking alcohol and drugs, because I don't want to see you taken up out of here by something you can definitely prevent, okay? Next one is let go of stress that is not your own. Y'all know sometimes we carry other people's burdens because we love our friends, we love our family members, and so when they going through stuff, we're going through it with them. But their burden is not yours to carry. Okay? Sometimes we take on the stress that we don't even need to take on and wonder why we can't get ourselves together. It is important. Okay, we say it is important to let go of stress about things that are out of your control and that it's not your own. Okay, if it's out of your control, you can't do nothing about it. Don't let it stress you, friends. Okay, please don't. Letting go of things that we can't control is usually easier said than done. I know it because I'm a victim of it myself. But it's going to take some focus. It's going to take some work on your part, okay? Just to even be able to identify the things that you can't do anything about. Because you have to know those things, okay? Try writing down all the things that you stress about. Or, things that make you anxious, okay? Once you do that, this is going to allow you to see physically all the things that you need to do, and it helps you kind of survey your issues so you can decide, okay, should I be worried about this? Should I be worried about that? You know, certain things that we just shouldn't even take our time to even worry about, especially if it's not problems of yours, okay? And I'm gonna just put this out there. While it is so important to care about other people in your life, taking on their stress, taking on their problems does not help you or that person. Okay? Because now both of you, now you got two people that's going through something and taking on each other's energy unnecessarily. Okay? So do the best you can not to take on other people's stress and other people's energy, and do the best that you can to not stress things that are out of your control. Okay? I want you to think about what motivates you in life. What is your motivation? What do you get up and live for every day? Like I asked you one time on the show, what do you do that helps you get up and feed your soul? I want you to make a list or write an entry in your journal about what motivates you the most in life. Teaching motivates me. One of my biggest things, and then talking to you through the QueendomNation, sharing information, talking about things that you can relate to. That's some of the things that motivate me. Okay, and it helps me deal with some things that I go through. When coupled with stress and the problems of day to day life, you know, it can be so easy to lose track of what truly motivates you, friends. Finding out what these things are that motivate you can really be helpful in overcoming the low points in life and help you to move forward. Okay, there are a wide variety of things that can be done to help motivate you. For example, it can be your work, it can be your hobbies, it can be your relationships, or it could be a combination of all these things put together that can help you be motivated, okay? Any of those things that can bring you joy, they can bring you a feeling of accomplishment, and the motivation can help keep you moving through life, okay? When you write out your motivations, it will allow you to revisit them, you know, when you're feeling down. Okay, your affirmations, write those things down. So when you're feeling down, you have some type of pick me up to get you back where you need to go. Okay, and they also help you when you cannot remember why you need to move forward. Okay, these are the things that can really push you. These are the really things that can motivate you. Okay, also try to awaken your inner child. You know, find a new hobby, find something to take your mind off of things that you deal with every single day. Okay, because especially reawakening your inner child. I'm gonna give you a prime example. So I'm one of those people, because I'm a preschool teacher. I have to stay enlightened on cartoons and all these different things that the kids love, because they ask me about these things. Miss Sheriel, have you seen, you know, the Little Mermaid? Miss Sheriel, have you seen Elemental? Miss Sheriel, have you watched Spider-Man? You know, so I have to stay up on my, you know, my kid gang stuff, you know, my kid gang cartoons, because they want to know, are we watching the same things they're watching? But what that also does for you, it puts you back into tapping into your inner child. You know, because I love cartoons. I'm a big fan of cartoons. Honey, I will sit and watch cartoons all day long. I don't care if it's Disney, Looney Tunes, you know, wherever. I love some cartoons. But watching cartoons helped me tap back into a period in my life as a child when there was no stress, when there was no worries, when I just got up on Saturday morning, had me a bowl of cereal, and watch cartoons. Okay, it's okay to tap back into your inner child, friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you know, just like I said, find a new hobby, anything that could take your mind off of the stress that you're going through. Okay, make yourself useful. Okay, you know, sometimes we have to get up, and helping other people really helps to motivate us. Okay, volunteering shows that you can specifically make a difference in the world. Go down to the homeless shelter, help feed them. They have a clothes closet, you know, that you can go in and help people find clothes and things. Get up, go volunteer, go hang out with some people, and, you know, just do something that is meaningful to giving back to your community. Okay, if there are things in life that bring you joy, find some kind of way to work that into your volunteer work. Okay, so for example, let's say you work with animals, you love animals, go to a local shelter. If you love pets, you know, go help out at different community events. You know, even if you're just picking up trash in your neighborhood, make your neighborhood look good. You know, especially if you're interested in how the environment looks. You know, think of different ways that you can get out and just be productive and make yourself useful. Get out the house. Go do some things, friends. Okay? I want you to also find moments of joy and beauty because we don't do that enough. Find something that makes you smile and that makes you feel whole on the inside. It can be, so hard to see the beauty in life sometimes when you are going through some things and when you're weighed down, by the troubles of life. But however, in order to cope with life, guys, it is important that we have to find the beauty and joy within the world. We gotta find it, okay? This can help you to relax. It can help you rebuild your strength. When times get hard, it can help just pull you right on through, okay? This could just include, I'm talking about the beauty of art. Go to a museum, something like that. Go to a park, some water, moments of kindness between children, or the wonders of nature. Like, I like going down the street. We have this park down the street, and you go up this mountain. It's like this incline. And once you get to the top of the mountain, it is such a beautiful view of the entire city. Now, wow, the climb, it ain't no joke. I'm going to tell you, it ain't no joke. But sometimes you got to go through the rough stuff to see the beauty at the end of what you're trying to do. And so doing that climb, once I got to the top, I was like, oh my goodness, it was so worth it. My legs was killing me. My thighs was like, girl, you thought you had a friend. But it was so worth it once I got to the top because I have lived in this city for 15 years. And, I'm sorry, 22 years. And never really took the time to go up there and see what a miraculous view is in my own city. So do that sometimes. Get out, friends. Make room for change, guys. We gotta make room for change. You can't be the same person and trying to be different. Okay, change is scary, but it can really help catapult you and move you forward. Because sometimes finding motivation and purpose requires you to change some things up in your life. For example, it may be the change that you need to get up and change your job just so you can do better and be better in your finances. And it can help you manage your time differently so that you can find satisfaction in your life. It may take a lot of conviction. It's gonna take a lot of perseverance to make these changes. Because y'all know sometimes we just hate change. We get people that we don't like change. Sometimes we like things the way they are. But sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is necessary. Keep in mind though that the ultimate payoff following through with changing your life can make you so much happier and it can make your life so much more fulfilling. Okay? Turn to your friends, guys. Turn to your friends. Because sometimes our friends, when you're trying to cope with life, a lot of times it's your friends that help get you through. I'm blessed to have some great friends, some true friends that really, when I'm going through it, they be like, girl, we gonna pick this thing up and we gonna get to moving. I got a friend that comes down. She has a bottle of wine. She has her food, and and we be ready. We have a good time, and she really makes me feel better about certain things that I've been through. And so, a true friend, get you a true friend, one that loves and supports you no matter what. It's a rare gift to find, and they should be utilized when you need them. Okay. Turning to friends can mean so many different things. Just going for a walk, just talking to them, just decompressing about the stresses and anxieties of life. They can really help you, okay? But those are just some things. Those are 10 bits of information just to kind of help you deal with, with coping with life, with this thing called life. Because, this thing called life, it can be something sometimes. But I'm gonna give you the Queendom quote of the day, and the Queendom quote of the day is: now it's the little moments that stop me in my tracks, because that's what life is all about. Let me say that again. Now is the time. Now it's the little moments that stop me in my tracks, because that's what life is all about. Everybody know life is about the small things, not always the big things. Sometimes it's just about the simple, small things in life. So if you're dealing with some things in life and you're trying to figure out how to cope with this thing called life, this is a great segment for you, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Queendom Nation show. I am your host, Queen Charielle, and in the Queendom, all things are royal and loyal. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a blessed week. Check me out at CharielDye.com, CharielDye.com, and also Chariel Dye, CharielDye on Facebook. Have a great week. Thank you so much for stopping by the Queendom Nation show. Thank you.